Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wanda and this is Wax and Things. Happy Wednesday to everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm doing really good, thanks for asking. I'm telling you, it's Wednesday. Right now it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I have to use my phone to film, to upload videos to YouTube because I have no idea why it's not accepting my laptop anymore. So who knows, it might get uploaded 10 o'clock tonight. You never know. But it's Wednesday the 23rd at 4. But guess what, guys? I have an Empties video. Oh, Hester came in from outside. And I have 5. You know, I got to do something with my bangs, huh? I want to let them grow, but then they get to that stage where they get, and I don't like it. Yeah. We're never happy. Girls that have straight hair want curly hair and vice versa. But can you believe it, guys? Is there 5 here? Yes, 5. I have 2 single wicks and 3 wicks. I've been burning a lot of wax, especially after I had to lick my wounds for a while from that fiasco of the Yankee Candle. So one person said, yeah, you weren't kidding. Yeah. I don't lie. I don't have anything to gain for. You know, what I smell with the candle might be different than what somebody else smells like, but I'm pretty much, you know, it's how it is to me. So why don't we get into these, because I don't want to make this too long because it takes longer to upload. The first one is a single wick from Bath & Body Works. Now, I've been using my rewards for the single wick candles because I don't use the body care. And you can't do a candle holder. It'd be nice if you could do a wall, not like a wallflower plug, but even if you could get the plug thingies that go in the car. But yeah, you can't even do that now. So hey, it's a single wick. And this one was fresh watermelon. And it was cute because it looked like it had little, you know, faux stripes for like a beach towel. You know, it had the nice watermelon, some florals, some beach glasses. The glass itself is very pretty. Look how far down I burnt that. It's pretty, like, seafoam green wax. And the one single wick was kind of on the thick and woolly side. Why it did that is because when I did my last burn, I put the lid on and I move it to its section that I, you know, put aside for video. Yeah, it happens. Okay. And do they have set notes on this, guys? Gonna look. Fresh cut watermelon. I got that far. Oh, can they make this writing any smaller? Pinch of sea salt in sweet sunshine. Okay. What did my little nose smell? I got in between like a Jolly Rancher candy and towards the rind of a fresh watermelon. I didn't get like the guts, you know, the part that you eat of a watermelon. I got the, like I said, the rind of the watermelon. And when it did, you know, and a little bit of that Jolly Rancher artificial watermelon. Trust me, I was here for it. I liked it. But it definitely wasn't a fresh watermelon unless you go for the rind. Maybe because it had that pinch of the salt. But it was wicked good. I liked it. For a single wick candle, ladies and gentlemen, mostly I burn in that small room. And it did fine. It filled up that small room wonderfully. You could actually smell it a little bit out in the hallway when I was doing laundry, which is probably about 4 feet out of the doorway of that little room. I could smell it fine in there. But what I would do basically is put this in the kitchen area as an accompaniment for a different candle, which I will go over that again. But I burnt it with Kringles over the rainbow. absolutely fabulous combination. But by itself, I had no problems with the wick drowning. I had no problem, I kept it trim, so it kept very clean. Like I said, the wick was on the thicker side. But standalone, I would have gave this a 6. No problem at all. Like I said, did what I had to do. But I did like burning this in association with another, candle, with the same scent profile. Even if I burnt it alone in the kitchen, which is a larger open concept area, it still was around a 5.5. It did what it had to do. Would I repurchase this one? Yes, and that is Bath and Body Works Fresh Watermelon. Now, might as well do the accompaniment, right? And it is Kringle Candles Over the Rainbow. And I absolutely loved the little rainbow little sticker to it. Honestly, guys, it got a little murky. See it? It got a little... The wicks were on the thinner side. Not as thin as like a Homeworks wick, but it was on the thinner side. And it got a little murky, believe it or not, for a Kringle candle. Now, everybody knows, or, I burn my candles between 3 and 4 hours. 3.5 is usually that sweet spot. If I can't burn a candle for that amount of time, I don't bother. If I can only get an hour of a candle, why bother? It's not worth my time, energy, whatever. And so this one stayed about the 3-hour mark before I'd have to extinguish it. Let it cool, trim the wicks, and relight it again. Now, the scent notes in this is, yeah. It looks like melon, sea salt, ozone, cantaloupe, honeydew, marine, something. I don't know. Sweet and greens. Pretty much the same things in the fresh watermelon, right? What did my nose smell? The girls and I, back in the day, growing up in Central Mass in Worcester, we had like a bargain store, kind of like your Ocean State Job Lot or whatever. Now it was called Spags. And they never had bags. But they'd always sell the Village candles. It's probably their seconds, but definitely the Village candles. The girls and I would go pillage the Village. Yeah, we were silly bunch of girls. We hung out together from 21 to 40. It's a tight group until I moved to New Hampshire. And Summer Slices was it. And this candle here, ladies and gentlemen, reminded me of that. You got the honeydew. You got the cantaloupe. You got the watermelon. It was just so good. It was like a fresh thing. Or if that's not a good visual, when you go to your local grocery store and you see all the cut up fruit and you have the honeydew, the melon, and cantaloupe in there, and you open it up and you're like, oh, smells so good and so fresh. Yeah, fruity, fresh, not overly sweet. Such a good candle. Now, I burnt this in both places. Okay, it really doesn't matter because of the layout of the house being a mobile home, 14 feet by 70. With my little addition. Gorgeous, man. But I'm saying a 6. It wasn't the strongest candle on the planet, but it smelled so good, so fruity, so fresh. It invokes summertime so wonderfully. And that's why when I burnt this with this, the perfect marriage of two candles. It was fantastic. Would I buy this again? Yeah. When they had the sale, I got the large 2-wick jar. Yeah. And maybe that'll do a little better. It wasn't bad. A little probably discoloration. Not that it wasn't horrible. It didn't soot like crazy. It just got the wax got weirded out. And I burnt it down to the clips. But it was just perfect for these hot summer days, which, yes, here in New England, New Hampshire going into a heat wave again. Okay, guys, I got to kind of go faster because I don't want to go, like, wicked long. The next one, I can smell it's just like this. It's a single wick from Bath and Body Works, and it's almond croissant. Again, I got this free with rewards. And do we need to do the sentinels in this, guys? I got bakery croissant, toasted almonds, vanilla glaze. Ha ha ha! This thing is phenomenal. This is what this looked like. Wicked clean burn. No sweat. So, but say that 10 times fast. No wicks drowning out. It was a medium-sized ropey type wick. The label was cute. It was just basic minimalist labeling as far as I'm concerned. I don't care about labels. I want to know what's in them, baby. Oh, this thing, an 8. An 8. 8.5 with a single wick. If I had it in a little room, it blew me out of the. It blew me out. So this one had to live its life in the kitchen. And this thing filled up the kitchen. It filled up the living room. I could smell it down in the den because that's the opening between the living room and the den. It was wonderful. And you got that wonderful almond. Oh, that amaretto-y almond. Just perfectly sweet with the, and then the salty with the almond. And then the bakery croissant. Oh, phenomenal. I keep getting these every time they're on sale because this is fantastic. Almond croissant. 2 more to go, guys. Okay. Believe it or not, we have a Goosey. One from Goose Creek. I never honestly have burned, and I said that. I ended up getting my first strawberry pound cake from Bath and Body Works. I still haven't burnt it yet. It's in one of the crates. The crate got on top of it, whatever. So when these were on sale, I think I got this for $6.99. Let's go see what this is all about. So I ended up getting Goose Creek's answer to Bath and Body Works strawberry pound cake from the Little Debbie collection. Hey, it looks like a Little Debbie cake. Now, the scent notes on this is, do they have them on here? Actually, they don't. Wow. It smells. It got sooty. That was probably me in my fire stick. I always say, because I got Mr. Fire Stick and I'm going like this, and the flames, I go, wee! Yeah, I have, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, I have problems with my hands. But it did get a little sooty. Not too bad. Not too bad, because I'll tell you why. I had to pour off wax. Halfway point to where it says strawberry shortcake, it was so nasty, it had all black all over it, that I actually had to go woo to the wax and put it in a can of empty cat food, and let that wax cool down. And once I did, the scent came right back. So when this was burning, this is not that great of a candle. It's probably a 5 in both areas. I picked up the strawberry at first, which is definitely an artificial strawberry. It was more like a strawberry jelly jam thing, strawberry Smucker's strawberry jam. I did get some creamy, some lightness from the whipped cream. I did get something that you go like a sponge cake, but I mostly got like a strawberry and cream candle. And it was fine. It smelled really nice. It was refreshing on wicked hot days. But when it got to the halfway point, it was like, ooh, ooh. Yeah, it was so gross. So I had to dump it, cool it, and trim the wicks again. And then the scent came back, but then I was losing a wick. It kept dying out, going, help me, I'm drowning. And I'm like, forget it. And the wax ended up going down here. So I probably knew, in all reality, I probably should have got another, at least 1 or 2 burns. But when you're babysitting a candle every 2.5 hours, it's like, yeah, done there. So nice fragrance if you don't mind babysitting. Now I kind of know it's strawberry pound cake. Smells like, hopefully it works out better for me. So that's strawberry shortcake. Last candle was Bath and Body Works. I think it's still warm. That's okay. I did do a current burn review when it first came out, because I kind of wanted people to know what it kind of smelled like more than just the cold sniff. And it was nice. It was pleasant enough, but nothing fantastic. And so, what is this called? Pastel taffy? I just finished this today. I think it's solidified now. Ready for this, guys? Nasty, nasty girl, dirty girl. And guess what I had to do? Pour off wax this morning. This morning. It's got the thicker ropes. Isn't that disgusting? It was actually, it looked like a black layer of oil on top of it. It was so gross. And yeah. And the scent notes on this is sticky saltwater taffy, tropical fruits, and vanilla sea salt. Very nondescript candle, huh? Well, yeah, when I lived near the beach, I don't live near the beach so far close anymore. But it kind of did smell like when you go into a taffy shop. You know, there's sugary confections in there. And all the fruits kind of like blend together. I would manage to pick out the lime and the strawberry more than anything on there. And then you get a little hint of like an orange, maybe a little cherry. And it was sweet. And then you get a little tang every once in a while. So it kind of did smell like taffy. It really, truly did, to me at least. But it was never a strong candle. I would have gave it, I think I gave it a 5, light medium. A light, on the lighter side, so probably a 5. I never burnt this in a little rum because it ended up being, you get the little twinge in the nose and it ended up being too much. So it ended up living its life in the kitchen living room combination. And it was fine. You get to smell the fruits. It definitely was great for the 90-degree weather that we have, and whatnot. Even on cold, you're picking up lime, strawberry, and that sugary, but that salt combination at the same time. It's weird. But this morning, I had to take the empty cat food, dump it because it looked like an oil slick. And once I did that and trimmed the wicks and everything, it came back a little bit with the scent. But then when I put it out the last time, even though it shows a pretty good wick there, they're like spitting and sputtering, praying for a quick death. And I gave it a quick death. Would I buy this one again? Ew. But to get through 5 candles, I still have others going. Got my little fire sticks in the jars, so to speak. Yeah. I have a little haul coming. I know. But Goosey's got good flavors. I hate it. They have the caramel toffee popcorn, and I just took out the last of my movie dates from Goose Creek, and popcorn. And a couple, it was nothing big, with a couple sales candles. I think I spent like $54. It wasn't bad. But that's going to be it, guys, until Kringle releases the Halloween, and hopefully I can get 2. I want Trick or Treat and Pumpkinhead. Yeah, that's it for me on that one. And then we'll see what Candle Day brings. Repops are really not my jam, but when it comes to fall candles, they are pretty much a staple for me because I am a fall and a foodie with a side of fruit. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video as well as finding it informative. I hope you please like, subscribe, comment, because I do respond in kind. If I'm not the channel for you, I really hope that you would at least give it a thumbs up so it goes back into the system and other people may find my channel and they might consider subscribing. Hey, the channel is struggling, and I get it. I'm an older candle reviewer that does not buy everything under the sun. Who can afford it? I just had my bathroom redone yesterday. Brand new walk-in shower. Yeah, we just paid like 10 grand for that thing. So it's like, I'd rather spend my money on my home and to be comforted than to buy everything in sight, because it just, one, I can't afford it. Two, I don't have the space. And three, you can only burn so much at one time. Oh, hey, if people can afford to do it and they want to do it, more power to you. I just can't. So I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Again, please at least give it a thumbs up. And I'll see everybody soon in the next video. Hopefully in a couple days. All right. Everybody take care. Bye.